everybody. This is Aaron Breitman. Minutes after Rutgers' 76-46 win over Rider. Tuesday night before Thanksgiving. Really solid performance tonight. Very happy with how Rutgers played. Great bounce back performance after the loss to Temple on Friday. No Caleb McConnell, no Paul Mulcahy, not needed. Really good team basketball on both ends of the floor. They shared the basketball much better tonight. Derek Simpson, give him credit. He had 4 early assists. He obviously had an emphasis on getting the offense going. They found Cam Spencer in space. He was in the flow. He made his first three-pointers. They found Cliff. They were giving him the ball. Cliff was doing whatever he wanted. Good complimentary performances tonight. Mag had 9 points, 8 rebounds. Wolfork, really impressive off the bench, had 6 points in the first half, finished with 8 and 8. His footwork, his body control, his hands. He caught a really tough pass at one point from Simpson and made it look easy. He's been really impressive off the bench, and along with Simpson as freshmen contributing right away. I thought that it was just a really good team performance on both ends. I like that Peichel used his zone early on in the game. He also used full court pressure at times. I think it really set the tone for the game and threw Ryder off. They were coming off the road trip from Ireland. And I thought it just, the way they started the game was exactly how you wanted a good team to start a game after a loss with a team that, listen, if you let Ryder hang around, that's not the kind of team you want to play. Remember last year, not neutral court, it was at DePaul, disappointing loss. They come home, they play Lafayette, and they lay an egg. And I think that was in the front of everyone's minds, fans included. There was definitely some nerves knowing that Mulcahy and McConnell were out once again. But this team handled their business really well tonight. I just love their energy, the way they played together. I think 7 of the first 9 baskets were assisted on. They were sharing the basketball. Defensively, they were very active, and they were just communicating really well. And it was just, honestly, it was a stress-free night, which we all needed. But I just thought that the purpose they came out with, and the energy, they just, it was really great to see. 4-1. If people are going to look at the stats, they shot 45%. They held Ryder to 25%. Ryder was shooting 37% from 3 coming in. Not tonight. Dwight Murray, is really good. He got points for them, but really was the only guy that could score. They took everybody else out of the game. Cliff struggling from the free throw line. I'll do a stat review later, but people are up in arms about Rutgers only shooting 60%. I mean, Cliff was, I believe, 4 of 12, which he needs to get better on, no doubt. But the rest of the team is pretty fine, I think. They're in the 65-70 range. I mean, I wish they were better, no doubt, but they're not having terrible shooting nights from the free throw line, other than Cliff right now, who's struggling. So you can't have it all. Cliff is dominating every other aspect. I love the way he attacked the boards today. He had 12 boards. He's at 4 double-doubles now in 5 games, 3 consecutive 20-point performances. He's dominating the way he should, building momentum for Big Ten play. But he's playing the way now I think he's capable of playing. Cam just has a calmness about him, that just, it's a cerebral kind of just confidence, and he does the little things, but the spacing was so much better tonight. And really, I think it started with Simpson, being more unselfish, not looking for his own shot, and it just helped with the whole flow of the offense. Jalen Miller in the second half, I thought he had a really good run. He had a really good pass for an assist. I believe it was to Cliff. He also fought for an offensive rebound in traffic. He made both his free throws. So he's looking a little better offensively. And I think, this team is, they're getting contributions from a lot of players. So, Temple, yes, was a disappointment. I think the shock of not playing with Mulcahy, I didn't even mention this the last time, but that was the first game that Mulcahy's missed in his entire Rutgers career. So I think, Temple just gave St. John's all they could handle last night, by the way, in Brooklyn. Temple's firmly in the top 100 right now. It's a quad 2 loss. It's not the end of the world. And I think this team got better from it. I think we saw it tonight. So you have Central Connecticut State on Saturday. And then next Wednesday, it gets real. at Miami. I don't know anything. We'll hear what Pikel says after the game, but I think that's got to be the goal for McConnell and Mulcahy. There obviously was no reason to play them tonight. You'd like to maybe see them get some run on Saturday just to get a little rust out, but we'll see what happens. So they are practicing right now, which is a good sign, but they're not cleared for contact. So that's the reason they didn't play tonight. And we'll find out more this week. But overall, I think it's just an encouraging sign. I think it shows maturity for this team, which is a relatively young team, but they show maturity tonight. The way they came out and handled their business, and there really were very few weak spots in the way they played. They never really let down, and they just kept the pedal down in the second half and made it a no contest. So happy to have a stress-free game, and hope you are too. By the way, shout out to Austin Johnson making his BTN debut. He was really good. I listened to him in the second half. I listened to Gio on the radio in the first half. He was fantastic as well. So love seeing both of those guys do well. And college basketball has been crazy so far through 2.5 weeks. You would have liked to have the Temple game, of course, but overall, I think tonight was certainly a step forward. I think I had anxiety about Lafayette from last year tonight, and the way that they convincingly won the game tonight and handled their business without McConnell and Mulcahy, it's a step forward. It's a positive for sure. Central Connecticut State is not good. But you need to take care of business and not have a Thanksgiving hangover, turkey hangover on Saturday. And then you have, a good amount, 4 days to prepare for at Miami, which is a huge game, and going into a 5-game stretch that, is going to have I can't say make or break on the season, but certainly a huge impact on this season. At Miami, Indiana at home, at Ohio State, Seton Hall, and then Wake Forest, all 5 games in a row, quite a stretch over a 3-week period, which is really going to kind of put this team in a certain place going into 2023. So huge stretch upcoming. We got one more non-conference game where, obviously Rutgers should romp, and then it's really going to get interesting from there. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening and watching once again. Hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, and continue to follow my coverage all over the place at scarletfaithful.com. Thank you.